How to record videos using cinema mode on iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. Hello my dear friends. How are you? I hope you are well, in good health, and in the happiest state. Today I have a new video with you. I hope you like it, but before watching the video, subscribe to the channel to receive everything new. Now let us follow the explanation. iPhone 13 offers various features for photography enthusiasts such as ProRes photography and video modes, most notably the cinema mode. Enabling this mode on the iPhone 13 allows you to record videos with a shallow depth of field, and add focus transitions. This allows anyone with an iPhone 13 to achieve the kind of cinematography you only see in Hollywood movies, thanks to the A15 Bionic processor and advanced machine learning. What is cinema mode? Apple's cinema mode is primarily an amalgamation of a filmmaking technology known as stand focus and the Dolby Vision HDR video format. In this mode, videos are recorded at 30 fps and at 1080p resolution. It was one of the most prominent features of the iPhone 13 when the phone was unveiled on September 14 last year at the California Streaming event organized by Apple. But what is shelf focus? During a continuous shot, the moving focus approach dynamically adjusts the focal length of the lens to shift the focal plane from a foreground object to a background object and vice versa. As the depth of field becomes shallower, the effect is enhanced. This makes the transition between focal planes appear more dramatic. For those who live in the dark, depth of field is the distance between the nearest and farthest object in a photo that looks acceptably sharp. In simpler terms, it's the area within an image that looks sharp and in focus. If this sounds extreme, consider this clip from the movie The Host, which shows how this cinematography trick is used to draw the viewer's eyes to the actors as they perform key actions during a sequence. The focus extends from the foreground to the middle of the frame to emphasize how the escaping patients blend into the crowd of others wearing the same hospital gowns until the camera smoothly focuses on the hospital employee in the back who recognizes the protagonist because of his distinctive blonde coloring. Poetry. The camera focus then returns to the foreground, proving to the viewer that the escaped patients have been discovered before the actors in the scene themselves do. This is a great example of how good cinematography and focus racking can be used as an effective visual tool for storytelling. iPhone 13 now brings this tool to the masses. Who knows? TikTokers might up their game as a result. In short, focus racking directs the audience's attention to specific objects in the scene. Let's say you're shooting a video on your iPhone 13 in cinema mode, and another person enters the frame. In this case, the camera will automatically blur the surrounding environment and lock focus on that person. If they move away from the camera, the focus will return to the original subject. This camera mode lets you add filmmaker brilliance to your videos without having to invest in expensive camera equipment and post-processing tools. However, it would be foolish to expect the first iteration of the iPhone 13 cinema mode to match the capabilities of professional filmmaking equipment. The implementation is far from perfect, but it's a start. One thing that sets it apart from traditional film cameras is the ability to edit focus points, even after shooting video. Note that this feature is also available in digital cameras, but this does not negate the fact that this capability is now in the hands of iPhone 13 users. iPhone 13 Cinematic Mode 2. Focus shifts to the man in black while filming with iPhone 13. How professional cameras implement cinema mode. To get some perspective on how complex the focusing process is, let's take a quick look at how to do it professionally in a filmmaking setting. A good focusing effect on film sets can only be achieved through careful coordination between the entire camera crew. The cinematographer and director first set up the shot to frame the subjects so that they are clearly located in different locations in the foreground and background. Unlike the iPhone 13, shifting focus between foreground and background subjects isn't automatic for most film camera gear. This requires the services of a focus puller, a film production term that refers to an actual human operator separate from the camera operator. A focus puller uses a handheld follow focus tool to manipulate the focal length of the camera lens. The following focuser is equipped with a dial ring to adjust the focal length of the camera to capture subjects at different points in the foreground and background. However, the cinematographer must pre-calculate these focal points in advance using specific distance measurements and mark them as focal locations in the focus tool to proceed. The focus puller can then move between these preset focal points at the camera's cue. However, with advances in digital cinematography, even film studios are increasingly recreating this effect using specialized software during post-production. It's remarkable that Apple has managed to put this advanced movie technology into the hands of the general public and make it simple and foolproof to implement. Focus shelves. How to record videos in cinema mode on iPhone 13. Step 1. Head to the camera app on your 13 or iPhone 13 Pro, and the different camera modes will appear. Drag until cinema mode is highlighted in yellow. Step 2. Start recording by pressing the red record button. Step 3. While recording, you can shift focus between foreground and background subjects by clicking on the desired subject. To switch back to autofocus tracking, simply double-tap anywhere on the screen. Step 4. If you're done shooting the video, click the red record button again to stop recording. If you're not satisfied with what you shot, you can still adjust the focus point after recording the video. Read on to find out how it's done. Cinema mode. How to edit cinema mode videos after shooting. Step 1. Open the Photos app and select the cinema mode video you want to edit. Step 2. Click Edit, and a video timeline will appear below your video. The yellow dots in the timeline show where the focus points changed. Yellow dots indicate where the focus points change. Step 3. Slide your finger across the video timeline until you reach the part you want to edit. The yellow box indicates the current focus of the video, while white boxes surround other recognized objects. Step 4. Tap a different part of the shot to change the focus point to a new subject. A yellow square icon will appear in the upper left corner of the screen to indicate that manual tracking is enabled. The square yellow icon shows that manual tracking is turned on. Step 5. A yellow dotted line below the timeline indicates how long the topic has been tracked. Press and hold the circled point in the line to reveal the trash icon. Selecting it will allow you to remove tracking for that topic. Step 6. You can also adjust the depth of field by tapping the depth control button in the upper left corner, denoted by F, and dragging the slider that appears on the right side. The depth control button is marked with the letter F. Step 7. Click Done to save the changes. Although cinematic mode is only available for the iPhone 13 series, you can still edit these videos on supported devices. Note that they need to be running iOS 15 or iPadOS 15 and later. Here is the full list of supported devices. iPhone 13, all models, iPhone XS, iPhone XR, and later, iPad Pro 12.9-inch, 3rd generation and later, iPad Pro 11-inch, 1st generation and later, iPad Air, 3rd generation and later, iPad Mini, 5th generation and later. At the end of the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you liked it, and see you in a good video.